Y'all already know what it is, bro. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it be. It is what it is. What is up, y'all? It's your boy Nick, and y'all know what today is? Anime Sunday. But it's not no special, bro. It's definitely not no this. Bro, y'all know what today is. Anime Sunday. It's November 1st. Now, I was going to look, it's going to be weird because it is November 1st when this comes out, but I dropped another video as well, another anime. So y'all got two, not just one, it's two. But look, this was supposed to be for Halloween, but you know, maybe actually, you know what? Maybe I might drop this on Halloween. Why not? Depending on what comes out, because Halloween, y'all know Halloween on Saturday, but y'all not doing anything on Halloween anyway. So just go ahead and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and watch the video. You know what I'm saying? Do the reaction. You know what I'm saying? A little reaction. Shout out once again to the boy viniitube, because I had to check this out because I don't know what's going on with me. But this is the top 10 horror anime you need to watch. No, he didn't say you have to watch, or you know, go check it out, you know, if you want to go watch it, or, you know, a horror anime that, you know, you might be interested. No, you have to go watch these right now. No ifs, ands, or buts. viniitube, I'm with you, homie. I'm with you, bro. Look, I don't know if this is coming out on Saturday or Sunday, but look, y'all know I love Halloween. Y'all know this. Well, y'all don't know, but y'all will know. Halloween, like I said, I keep on saying it in every video at this point. October is my favorite time of the month other than December. And I love horror. Gore, horror, all that stuff that's supposed to not to be shown on TV, I like. Not other than it, you know, if it's on the good hub, you know what I'm saying? You know. But horror, action, drama, crime, well, not drama, but crime, you know, all that. I love that. And you put that into anime form. Shout out Iton Junji, bro. Shout out Iton Junji. The god. Let's go ahead and get to it, bro. It's a top 10 action horror animes you need to watch. Not have to. You need to watch. Take it away, viniitube.
It's October, and you know what time it is. Halloween.
He about to hit us with some old school classics, I see it.
So for this week, let's go through some of the best spooky Halloween hits in, and no, you know what, forget it. Yeah, instead of doing something about spooky things, I prefer to get you going with an adrenaline rush. So for this edition of viniitube Lists, we won't be talking about the top horror anime that you can watch for Halloween. Instead, we'll be going over some of the best action shows with a dash of horror and mind screw. Are you ready for this challenge? Let's get going. But before we go, I noticed that not all of my watchers are subbed to this channel. It would make me really happy if you would hit that sub button.
Y'all better go subscribe to that boy viniitube. Quit playing with him. Quit playing with him. He gonna tell you, quit playing with him, bro. And then y'all come back and subscribe to me. Quit playing with me too.
And help this channel continue growing before starting the video.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm done. Let's start for real now.
Yes, sir. Big Butt Plus. Yes, sir. Mind you, I'm sorry that I have to keep on stopping this, but I was debating on whether or not I should do this, but I might end up doing a top 20, maybe top 30. I don't know, depending on how it is. Top 20, top 30 realist female anime characters, not just protagonists or, you know, top 20 to 30 realist. I'm gonna say 20 because it's gonna be kind of hard because top 20 realist anime female characters of all time. It's gonna be very hard for me to do this because I have watched so much anime. It's not even freaking. It's just, you know what I'm saying. So I try to break it down. Maybe I should just do mainstream shonen anime, but like, nah, I can't really do that. Then it's just like I try to pick one from at least 20 series. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So it's like, can y'all help me out? I need some help. Like, how should I do this? Like, I'm trying to figure out how I should do this. Because honestly, to be honest with you, I could make probably a top 30, probably 40, without repeating series. You know what I'm saying? There's like, trust me, and even with some series on there is multiple females that are the realest in the show. So I gotta figure out a way I'm gonna be able to do that. But just expect that video to come soon. Hopefully by the end of this year. Hopefully by the end of this year. Honestly, I'm trying to aim towards probably in 2 weeks, probably, hopefully, or maybe a week and a half, maybe next week, who knows. But let me know, because I'm just trying to figure out how I can do this, because like, trust me, I went through the list already. I started this list already. I'm already up to 40 names, and that's not even included like repeating names from or not repeating names, but other characters from the same show. You know what I'm saying? I'm already up to 40. So I'm just like, bro, this is gonna be quite difficult to narrow it down to 20 that I can think of, because I think a lot. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Saya, she's definitely, just let's believe Saya is definitely gonna be on this list. Don't get it twisted. Blood Plus is like, I know I say that for a lot of series. It's your favorite series. Yes, I know, but I can't cap because it is. I love this. I love Blood Plus. I love Blood Plus. And Saya's the GOAT. She's the GOAT.
Number 10 on the list is Blood Plus. This is one of the shows that anime fans of my generation would have probably heard of in their teen years. Blood Plus is about Saya, seemingly your ordinary girl, plus the anemia and amnesia, who gets attacked by a chiropteran, bat-like humanoid monsters. Luckily for her, Haji comes to the rescue and lets her drink his blood, awakening powers within her and turning her into a monster-killing machine. Peculiarities continue occurring around her, and she soon learns of Red Shield, a secret organization founded for the sake of dealing with those beasts. After all these years, I'm honestly not sure how well Blood Plus's premise and plot would have aged, which is why I placed it pretty low on this list. However, it remains one of my teen favorites, and I think that it helped ease me into a lot of shows in this genre. If you're up for a quick monster-slaying fix with some badass characters, do check this one out. The 50 episodes are definitely worth it. We move.
But just know, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, just to preface y'all, to warn y'all, there will be certain scenes in this show that might make you feel uncomfortable. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. I'm just telling y'all this right now. There might be an episode that might make you, or a certain scene that might make you feel uncomfortable. It did for me when I watched it, because it just wasn't what I expected. But just know that this is just a preference.
Move on with High School of the Dead at number 9.
He hit y'all with some classics. Jesus.
Coming off the zombie craze at the start of the previous decade, do you remember that? This is our next entry. Fan service galore, a lot of blood, and loads of zombies. Sums up High School of the Dead pretty well. In High School of the Dead, Japan gets thrown into total chaos overnight with the start of a zombie apocalypse. As a school gets overrun, our protagonist, Takashi, is forced to escape with Rei, the girlfriend of his friend that he had to unfortunately execute. What awaits them outside is a society that's been taken over by the living dead. Thankfully, they have allies on their side. Joining them is a band of other student survivors, but will their ragtag group have what it takes to survive this nightmare? One look at the opening and the poster can pretty much give you an idea of what to expect. Now, as I said before, the show is fan service galore, but it's also filled with some nice action sequences and a genuinely interesting setting and world. It can be quite mindless in its approach and how it throws guns and fan service at you, but if you're someone who's in for those, this show will definitely tickle your fancy.
Why'd you say Vampire Hunter D?
Next up is a movie from the year 2000. Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, if you know it, got a movie at the start of the millennium, and it didn't disappoint. The story revolves around the titular D, a renowned vampire hunter born of the holy union between vampire and human. His next task has him on a rescue mission to save the young noblewoman Charlotte Elborn. The bounty for his task is huge, and the hunt is on, even with mysterious forces acting in the background. This rescue mission also seems to be more than it looks at first glance, and perhaps D has accepted accepted a quest that even a hunter like him can't handle. Vampire
I'm gonna have
Hunter
to watch
D
this.
Bloodlust is a gripping movie, and I found myself enjoying every single bit of it. Now, at first glance, it gave me some Van Helsing and Castlevania vibes. I'd say that my first impressions aren't that far off, actually, but the movie still has its unique points, especially in the character development that gets done in such a short plot. Not to mention how good its animation is for the time it was released. It has a good blend of suspense and action, and you might want to watch this for your Halloween movie fix. Seventh in line is Arjun.
Arjun?
Superpowered beings living alongside regular humans has been a recurring theme in anime or media.
Now I've seen this. This was on Netflix and stuff like that, and people have told me this was a very good show to watch, even with the CGI. And now, like if y'all once again, what she doing? Y'all guys know, bro. CGI is probably one of the biggest turnoff for me, not just for anime, but for anything. Unless if it ain't like Disney quality level, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't like that, like Pixar or whatever, I'm not really a big fan of it. You know what I'm saying? But people said even without the CG, even with the CGI element, you gotta watch it. So I'm gonna try to watch this, because it does look interesting. I heard the manga is freaking amazing, so I gotta check out the manga for it. But like I said, like it's just the CGI for me. There's only very rarely few shows that I'll watch and tolerate the CGI. Hopefully, this is one of them. Like if it's on like B Star, or when it comes like to like B Stars or like what you call it what's the other one? I forgot the other one. What's called, but no, not Berserk. I was about to say Berserk. No, not Berserk. Berserk was horrible. But B Stars, I could tolerate. I tolerated B Stars because I thought I really liked the show. So I forgot the other one that had CGI. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what it was. What it is.
In general, for that matter, oftentimes they come into conflict with the more mundane and ordinary residents of the world, and those conflicts can end up being quite brutal. Arjun brings us to that world, where after getting run over by a truck, Kay, instead of waking up in another world, awakes as an Arjun. The problem? Arjun have high bounties over their heads, and Kay finds himself being betrayed by all that he knew, with the exception of his lone friend. Together, the two make a run for it and come in contact with the hidden society of Arjun. However, it turns out that Arjun aren't really the nicest people around, especially after years of abuse and being ostracized. Giving me some serious Tokyo Ghoul vibes here, Arjun for me is quite the nice dark fantasy story that presents an interesting battle of ideals. It's got some cool social commentary that you can take note of, sprinkled atop the narrative that's filled to the brim with action and suspense. Next is a cult classic, Elfin Lead.
Elfin Lead.
One of the often talked about classics is Elfin Lead. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is one anime that often appears in random recommendations, but for good reason too. Elfin Lead talks of Lucy, a special breed of human who escapes from a research facility. During the breakout, she gets shot and gets left with a split personality. Later, two university students stumble upon her and decide to take her home. However, trouble pursues the students as they have to deal with not only government agencies going after Lucy, but of their new companion's traumatic past and dark split personality. When it comes to Elfin Lead, there are lots of things to like about it. You could say that it's a show with ample doses of mutant action, split personalities, nudity, sudden mood swings, and loads of gore. Yes, this is a show that would have been censored to hell and back under today's standards, but it's one of the most enduring action horror shows in anime history, and for good reason too. We continue with an oldie but goodie.
Yeah, but for me, I feel like a lot of people said they had mixed feelings on Elfin Lead. Personally, I haven't seen Elfin Lead. I've been trying to watch it. I heard once again mixed reviews. Now I don't base my opinion on other people, but I heard a lot of people at the time that it came out, it was good, but it didn't really age well over time. Like for me, that's not gonna really matter. But I'm just saying, like, could have probably put something else. Maybe not. I don't know.
Akira.
Obviously, everybody in the world has seen this movie. You don't even have to like anime to watch this movie, bro. You don't even have to like anime to watch this movie. This movie is just that good, bro. It's not even like, bro. You watching this right now? I know for a fact you have either heard of this or seen it yourself. I don't think there's a person I ever. Well, no, that's cap. There was a bunch of people that I met. But without that being said, there is a lot of people that see this movie. This movie, I don't even consider it anime. It's just just straight out, flat out, just a amazing movie, bro. I love, just like all y'all. Akira is a GOAT movie. Can't deny it.
Akira, the anime movie that's long been credited as the one that brought anime past the borders of Japan and into the West. One of the pioneers of anime, Akira still holds up quite well today. Set in a Tokyo that's been rebuilt from the ashes of a Third World War, Akira puts us in a city rife with crime and corruption. Caught in a battle between biker gangs, a youth named Tetsuo gets taken into custody along with one of the people seen exhibiting superpowers. As things would have it, Tetsuo's powers also awaken and it drives him insane, leading him to break away from the lab in a warpath. It's up to his friend Kaneda to stop him. One of the most controversial and beloved anime movies to have ever been made, Akira is a movie that delves into psychology, sci-fi, and horror. It's one of those overly violent titles that aren't for the faint of heart, but it provides its fair share of bloodbaths. Overall, Akira gives the complete experience that would surely enrich anyone watching it. And hey, it did convince people decades ago that anime is a medium to be taken seriously.
Helsing. I don't know anybody who hasn't
Up for some more vampire action? Well, we've got one more for this list, and I saved the best for last. In Great Britain, there exists an organisation that protects people from monsters that prey upon people. The organisation, aptly named Helsing, is led by Integra and his star operative, the vampire Alucard. Standing against them is the rival organisation, the Catholic Church, and the enigmatic Father Anderson. Caught in all of this is a survivor of a police squad who becomes a vampire herself, and joining Helsing, the organisation uncovers a plot of apocalyptic proportions that threatens the world. Amazing animation, great fights, unrelenting violence, some of the best showcases of powers in anime. What more could you ask for in a fantasy horror series? Helsing is one of the most popular series of the genre. It's something better watched than read, so go ahead and start watching it now. Standing in our runner-up spot in second place is Berserk.
I saw this coming. That's just a cult classic right there, bro. That's a
When it
hood
comes
classic.
to horror and unrestrained violence, I find few shows capable of holding a candle to Berserk in that regard. Of course, I'm talking about the 1997 Berserk, not the recent one that had its fair share of online popcorn. Berserk is the story of Guts, an orphan who embraces the battlefield, fighting for his life day after day.
That's
His
a
life
hood
takes a
nigga for you,
huge
bro.
turn after his run-in with the Band of the Hawk, a mercenary group led by the charismatic Griffith. Joining the group as a formidable new ally, Guts quickly realizes the world isn't as simple as he thought it was. After all, bloodshed and strength aren't everything in this grim world. What more needs to be said about Berserk? Starring one of the most badass and outright brutal protagonists out there, there is a reason why the series has become a classic that stood the test of time. Do take note though, the anime does have some heavy modifications in order to tone down the violence, but I think it's a decent adaptation overall, unlike the latest one. Topping off yet another
Damn, Parasite? Bro, y'all can y'all just read? Can y'all at least bring back, like, give us a Blu-ray of Berserk or I said Berserk, a Berserk or something, bro. Come on, bro. Quit holding us, bro. Quit holding Berserk, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Please. I beg of you.
list is Parasite. I think when it comes to combining action and its signature style of body horror, few titles can come close to Parasite. For those of you who don't know about the series, Parasite is basically a show about an alien invasion. Only this time, they don't come in spaceships or look like those green or grey men we've come to know aliens for. Instead, these organisms come in the form of parasites that latch onto humans and possess them, turning them into transformative monsters with an appetite for human flesh. Thankfully, our protagonist Shinichi was able to stop a hostile takeover, but in exchange, said parasite gets stuck in his hand. The parasite, called Migi, comes to life as his transforming hand, and the duo gets forced to put aside their differences in order to survive the crapsack world where fellow parasites are on the hunt for them. Combining philosophical themes, some serious violence, high-octane action, and some really funky music, Parasite is probably one of the shows that I'd eagerly, blindly recommend to someone who hasn't watched anime at all. I think that after all of these years, the original story from the manga that's over 3 decades old still holds up strongly. Definitely put this on your watch list if you want to watch some action horror anime. Well, I guess that's more than enough anime for you to enjoy in the upcoming Halloween week. Which ones are you most excited about? Which ones have you already seen? And how did you find them? Please share your thoughts and sentiments down.
Well, that's gonna do it for that, bruh. Hope y'all enjoyed. Yes, I once again would recommend you watch the good old. Oh, my bad. I recommend y'all watch the good old Parasite. It's a very good anime. Berserk, the old one in particular. But if you can find the old one, if not, I mean, you know, I didn't really watch the new one. I watched like certain scenes for it, but I didn't watch the entirety of the newer version of Berserk. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, pretty much everything on that list, I agree with. Yeah, I would say watch. Definitely go watch Buff Plus. Definitely fire. I'm gonna go try to find Vampire Hunter D, because I don't remember if I watched it or not. I probably did, because there was, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I watch so much damn anime. I don't know what I've watched and what I did not watch. You know what I'm saying? But look, I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell to be notified when I upload the video, which is daily, every single day, every single god dang day. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at viewtifulxnick. Did I just say that? I don't know. I'll be forgetting. Look, go follow the homie viniitube as well. If you feel with me, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with the homie viniitube, because he cool. I fuck with his stuff, bro. Show him some love. But other than that, I love y'all. I'm out, baby. Happy Halloween. I'm out, baby. I'm gone.